My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond. My name is Dorian from Group82University.com, BasketballCEO.com, and basketball is a love language for me. The world of basketball is all about relationships. Whether you a Division I college coach, you an AAU coach, you an NBA GM, you are a high school manager, it's all about relationships. And the stronger that your relationships are, the stronger that your career is going to be, and the more control you're going to have over your career and your destiny inside the world of basketball. So these are the three people that every college basketball coach or every coach in general knows if they are trying to be a power player in their industry. Number one is a powerful trainer. What's a trainer? A trainer is somebody that's a skill developer, skill development coach, and they work out everybody in their specific region. When you are a really good skill development coach, you're going to get attached to elite players really fast. You're going to get attached to elite high schools. You're going to get attached to elite AAU programs. You're going to get attached to elite college players who you even worked with when they were younger or when they come back. You're going to get attached to elite NBA players in that city. You're going to get attached to elite European basketball players in that city. So therefore, you are constantly around elite talent. What have we talked about before? What are the two most valuable skills in this business? Talent access and talent evaluation. If you are an NBA trainer, if you're an elite trainer, a powerful trainer, you have access to the talent. So therefore, agencies are going to want to be attached to you too, because these sports agencies, they need elite trainers to work out their guys. Pre-draft, during the season, post-draft, whenever. Like, you got to have somebody to stand on top of them. So for any coach that's trying to get elite talent and keep elite talent, you have to be attached to an elite trainer. My favorite trainer that I've seen is the guard whisperer, Olin Simplest out in L.A. You know, he works with a lot of guys all throughout the L.A. system. He's been around L.A. forever. He hooped. He grew up in that area. Me and him, we had a podcast. He hopped on my old podcast. Me and him, we had an interview on there. Olin's a super, super good dude. And he is somebody that's been training Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been training Spencer Dinwiddie, Chris Wilkes, you know, Evan Mobley, all these people that come through L.A., he's constantly training them. So y'all go follow him at The Guard Whisperer on all social media, and you can see how O goes about his business. And there are other guys that kind of fit that mold. And if you are a coach or you're a young person who's trying to coach, one of the easiest ways for you to get in is by going and helping one of these elite trainers. These elite trainers, they need help with logistics of picking guys up and dropping them off. They need help with nutrition, with the meals. They definitely need help with the social media content, because these are basketball guys. You know, they need help with people just to rebound and to work out other people, because they're not just working out elite NBA and elite pro players all the time. They're also working out high schoolers that, you know, they daddies might have a whole bunch of money and they just want this kid to be good enough to play varsity. Okay, you're going to work him out. They're also working out a lot of girls as well. And you never know who's going to end up where. So if you are a young coach who's trying to figure out a way to get good at with your basketball knowledge and your skill development, go find the best elite trainer in your city or close to you who's training all the pros, and go in there and ask him what you can help with. Ask him what his weaknesses are. Ask him if he had another one of him, what would he do? And then you go do that thing that he can't do because he's training the NBA guys. Number two, a powerful agent. If you are a coach, pretty much at any level at this point, unless you're just like, you know, the normal just local high school coach that's just in it because you're a teacher, whatever. But if you are an elite high school coach, I'm talking you're at Prolific Prep, Montverde, any of these schools that be popping up every single year now. If you are an elite AAU coach, and definitely if you are in college, not just a head coach, but a college assistant, ops guys, video, graduate assistants, and definitely NBA, you have to have relationships with powerful agents. You have to. You might not be signed to an agent, but you need to have relationships with agents. Agents are the people in basketball that can walk in any room. There are certain rooms that college coaches cannot walk in certain days of the year based on NCAA rules. Same with NBA. There are certain rooms that they can't be in based on the NBA rules and the agreements they have with the various organizations. There are certain rules that college coaches might not even be welcome in. And so if you're not welcome in that room, coach, how are you going to have an impact? If you are an agent, you can walk in anywhere. You can get a media pass, you can get an agent pass, you can get a personnel pass, you can get whatever because you know everybody. Not only are you talking to the players, the coaches, the trainers, other agents, the GMs, the scouts, the media members, the governors, Nike, the corporate sponsor people, the ticket sales, the logistics, the nutritionist, the girlfriend, the mama, the pastor, the barber, the baby mama, the dog groomer. Agents know everybody inside of a basketball ecosystem. So therefore, they're welcome in every single room. And when you have an agent who goes to bat for you consistently and who has respect and who has credibility, that is an invaluable asset to have. That's why I'm studying for the NBA agent exam now. I look at everything that I've done in the world of basketball, in the world of coaching, in the world of playing, in the world of training, in scouting, in skill development, combined with what I've done with social media, having 500,000 social media followers and over 500 million views on all platforms, and with music, my album chart #1 on iTunes. All of these skills are needed in the world of basketball now, and they are needed to be seen and to be talked about. So that's why I am doing this, and that's why I want to be an agent. That's why I am going to be an agent. I'm going to be a legacy agent. I'm not going to be so much concerned about you during the whole pre-draft process. I think a lot of other agencies do a great job with that. But once you get inside the league, who is you off the court? Because most of these agents, they say that they're powerful, but then they tell you that they're not going to charge you. Ain't no real man about to work for free when he knows that he's about to make you millions of dollars. That's called a slave. But the reason he does that is because the only thing that that agent could be good at is the pre-draft process, is getting you drafted. And that ain't really the agent. That's just your talent showing up. But once you get inside the league, who's making sure that your skills are sharp? Because when you're in the NBA, you only practicing 30, 45 minutes a day. So who's making sure your skills are sharp? Who's making sure that your nutrition's on the up and up? Who's making sure that your family's taken care of in every capacity, things that you don't even want to deal with? Who's making sure that you're getting these endorsement deals? You know how many guys in the NBA don't have shoe deals? You'd be shocked. And I'm not just talking Nike. I'm talking about anything. Like, you'd be shocked the amount of dudes that don't have shoe deals. You'd be shocked the amount of dudes in the NBA that don't have marketing deals at all with millions of followers because their agent isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing. When you have a real agent that knows what they're doing, that is competing off the court the same way you are on the court. When you have a corporate athlete in your pocket, it's going to yield returns financially and personally and basketball-wise. And this is needed for everybody who works in basketball. You need to have an agent or relationships with agents. You want to know more about agents? Stay locked in with me. Get on my email list. I'm going to be updating y'all as I'm studying this test because I need to teach y'all anyway, so that's a better way for me to learn it. So click the link wherever you are, basketballceo.com. Sign up for the email list so you can get updates on this whole NBA agent process as I'm studying for the exam. And number 3, you need a powerful media member. This is something that's going to be a little contentious for a lot of coaches. You know, you probably think you don't need the media, but the only reason that any of us know basketball or we love basketball at the level that I do is because of the media. I watched basketball on TV. That's media. I read basketball magazines. That's media. I read basketball encyclopedias, basketball cards, basketball books. I listen to basketball songs. I played basketball video games. I listen to sports radio. All these things I did when I was a child is the reason I fell in love. It's basketball media. Marv Albert and Matt Guokas are as much a part of my basketball childhood as Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal. The media is a massive part of what this is. And now there's more basketball media members than ever. Since there are so many media members in the world of basketball, you got to be able to sift through. You got to be able to sort through. And most of these folks, they just go on Twitter and use a bunch of adjectives to describe the most basic basketball talk that you can ever imagine. But how many of them can actually go to a telestrator and break it down like a coach? How many of them can actually say that they've called timeouts, they've drew up plays that have won games? How many of them can say they've actually have recruited guys 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 hours away, driving round trip and meeting in the back of barbershops. Most of these media members, that's not what they did. What they did is they were fans of the game, probably didn't even play the game, went to college, guys, a journalism major, did all them corny journalism classes, did college sports journalism, which is the worst sports journalism that exists next to high school sports journalism, got out, got an internship, worked at some crap station, worked their way up, and now they understand the media game. And that's how they got to ESPN. That's how they got to FS1. And they're phenomenal at what they do. But they didn't play or they didn't teach the game. That's why you see a lot of players coming in start to take market share. Kendrick Perkins, J.J. Redick, Richard Jefferson, even Bobby Marks. This is someone who's a front office insider. He didn't play, but he is somebody that worked inside of an NBA front office, and now he's in the media. And then you have guys that just break news. Whoa, she's an NBA insider. Shams, NBA insider. Chris Haynes, NBA insider. Their entire livelihood is dependent on their relationships with agents. There's a document that's floating around, it's been around for years, of Woj showing what he sent to different agencies. It leaked out, but he sent this document to other agencies saying, hey, make sure you come to me so I can break the news and not Shams and not this person and woo, 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 because of how many social media followers that I have. The reason the NBA salaries are what they are is because of the media rights deal. And the media rights deal is how much ESPN and Warner Brothers Discovery and whoever else is in on it at this moment right now decided to pay for the NBA rights. Because they know if they get NBA on ESPN's family of network, if they get on the Turner family of networks or Warner Brothers Discovery, that asset is going to get a lot of eyeballs because we watch the NBA. And because we watch the NBA, they can now go to Coca-Cola and say, hey, we got 250,000 people that watch the NBA every time we put it on ESPN Wednesdays. How much do you want to pay for that? We'll pay you $1 million a spot or whatever it is. Them numbers are arbitrary and ridiculous. And that's how they make money. So they have no problem bidding for these media rights. The last time the NBA negotiated a media rights deal, it was for $25 billion. The players, based on a collective bargaining agreement that's agreed upon between the Players Association and the governors, the players get 50% of that. This time, they're looking to get $75 billion. Because they just ain't got ESPN bidding on it. That's Disney. They just ain't got Warner Brothers Discovery bidding on it. That's TNT. They got Amazon. They got Facebook, they got Google, they got Netflix, NBC, Universal. They just moved around some execs or fired some execs or something like that to prepare for this because they're trying to get the NBA back on NBC. Remember the Marv Albert, Matt Gukas, what I was talking about? That's where that came from. Shout out to Hannah Storm as well with the Prudential halftime report back then. The media is a massive asset in the NBA ecosystem, in the basketball ecosystem, because this is the same way in college and in high school and in grassroots. And if you are a coach or you are anybody that works inside the system, you have to have a powerful media member on your side. So you got to be giving them juice like these agents do with Woj. You got to have people who you trust. You got to have people who can amplify messages for you and your team and your client with all the followers that they have, because that is going to generate more revenue, more brand recognition, and allow for most people to have a more enjoyable experience in the elite basketball system. What other positions do you think that elite coaches need to have or be locked in with? Y'all let me know in the comments. In the meantime, click all the links, Basketball CEO, follow us on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, go to my website, watch the courses, buy whatever I'm selling. I don't even know what's going on right now. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm out the pond. Y'all stay true.